Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Zomboid. So, obviously it's raining now, so that's a little annoying, but our intentions are obviously to try and fortify this house before anything else. So, at least we shouldn't be sitting out in the rain, hopefully. We should have everything we need to actually be able to do that. Let's check up on that stuff. So first thing we need is our hammer. Then the next thing we need is nails, which I believe had to go upstairs because our bottom one here is full. Which I could rip up these leather jackets and get a lot more space. Let's actually do that right now. Alright, there we go. Now that freed up 20 freaking units of space, so we've got a decent haul of leather strips out here. And some people might be wondering why I'm getting all that, and it'll come in time, but unfortunately tailoring has to take a back seat for a while because there's more important things that need to happen first. But the most important thing is that there was not nails in there. Here is our 4 boxes of nails. We probably shouldn't need that many, so we'll grab 2. I believe there are 100 nails in each box. Let's open these up. Yeah, 200 nails for 2 boxes. So now that we have the hammer, let's equip this in our primary, even if it would do it for us anyway, but... Oh, what the where did you... Why are there more people? Why are there so many? What the hell? Maybe they got lured over by wandering in the rain? That was just weird. Of course, the jacket isn't fucking damaged. What the hell? Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, this guy's leather jacket is definitely gonna be damaged too. Okay, let's go out here and fucking look around here. What the hell? Why is this guy here? Well, he shouldn't hear me coming, that's for sure. Huh. Well, that was weird. Thought I was kind of in the clear for a bit here, where I'd already cleared out around the house because of the alarm and everything. I don't know why those guys... I don't know. That's why I was like, why the fuck are they here? Because I don't understand. Looks like those other bodies also decomposed already. So our like extremely large haul of clothing is not there anymore, which I kind of expected, but that's okay since, you know, there's always a supply of zombies, I guess. Speaking of which, I have to finish looting these guys because I didn't actually get to when I got interrupted in my own home for the second time. I gotta de-equip these bags because the organization is all weird with the key ring being at the bottom there. It put it back again. Wow, that's annoying. Alright then. Maybe because they need to get out of my inventory first, but I'm not gonna worry about it much more. Let's eat the pineapple because I think the fruit ups my happiness. Yep. Alright, he's only feeling a little sad now. We're getting somewhere. Now our guy's still sad. I mean, still thirsty. Which unfortunately we can't do a whole lot about that, and our oven is now turned off because the electricity is off. So we need to grab a grill, which there should be one down the end of... Yeah, you can see on the little mini-map there. There's a propane grill down there. I don't know how to use this kind of grill, if you can even use it. Barbecue info. Fuel. Unlit. So you can cook things in it by actually lighting it. Interesting. So I wonder if you can actually use wood and shit, or if it has to be coals. Because if I've ever seen charcoal and anything like it, it's been few and far in between. Alright, let's start by using up these boards that are in our house already. Now, I believe that you can... Might as well remove the broken glass. It's only gonna hurt us. I don't think it hurts the zombies very much, if at all. Alright, we're gonna barricade this thing. I believe... Now, I think you can do a maximum of 4 barricades. But I believe you can have 3 and still see through it, but I might be wrong. You might only be able to do 2. Crap, it's 3. I guess I don't need to see outside on the bottom anyway. I could go upstairs if I really want to look out. Just maximum barricade those. But yeah, when you barricade things like this, the curtains become irrelevant because you can no longer be seen through the barricades. So we could actually remove these 2 of these blinds and put them on the doors, but I think our built door isn't going to have a window, unfortunately. Which we also are missing a hinge from our actual door, which is unfortunate. Because that is pretty much priority number 1 is to build that door, but we do need a second hinge. So I need to find that. Probably on another broken door. There actually might be one upstairs since they broke through our office door when we were having the incident with our sneezing and such. Yes, okay, so we got another knob as well, but unfortunately we only have the 2 hinges, so we can only build 1 door. And we have this other doorknob left over. And as far as I know, unless you get lucky finding them out in the wilderness, well, you know, urban wilderness, I guess you can call it. Yeah, oh crap. I forgot to read the book first. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do that first. Damn it. And I guess we have to equip the board in our secondary, so our secondary duffel bag is gonna be left to the side for now. Let's just start reading this. Try and finish this. Probably gonna get dehydrated at some point here. Getting hungry. Is there anything that can, like, give us a little bit of thirst? Canned tomato, vegetable soup should give it to us, right? That should give us some thirst. Only a tiny bit. Since when do they put more vegetables than soup in canned vegetable soup? In any canned soup, they give you like practically nothing, as far as I've seen. I'm not a big soup eater, but the proportions are usually not very good, as far as my knowledge goes. It's kind of like specialized ice creams, that one General Sam video.
You can get some really cool combinations, but they always fuck it up somehow. A lot of companies have different moose tracks, and it's great because it's peanut butter cups and vanilla ice cream, and then here's where they swoop in and just ruin the whole thing. The whole recipe's thrown in the garbage. They use the namesake here, moose track fudge. This is just some crap that they throw in there so that they don't have to add extra peanut butter cups. This is what I'm talking about here. See these little dark swirls? That's a no-go. I can taste the lackluster workmanship in it. But look at the ratios here. You see an awful lot of brown fudge in here and not a whole lot of peanut butter cups. I don't think I'm the only fat guy looking around when I bite into moose tracks and go, I see peanut butter cups on the packaging. Not tasting a whole lot of peanut butter cups in here. Oh wait, there's one right there. That little bitch. Oh my God. And the rest of this is garbage.
Okay, we're parched, getting tired, but we're not tired enough to make it. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting there. Our guy's hungry again. Eat a little more soup. It's very filling, I guess. So this is apparently a very high quality canned vegetable soup. I think the only soup that I've ever had is chicken noodle soup. I believe I don't know if it's Campbell's or not, but the noodles are pretty thin. They're wide, but they're wide horizontally, thin vertically. They're hard to get sometimes because I think they're usually cut pretty short too. And there are only like 5 chunks of chicken out of the whole can, and it's mostly water. You know, chicken broth or whatever. Guy's bored already. Makes sense. Let's try and sit here so we don't get seen, but at the same time. Now obviously, there's no point in barricading your upstairs windows because, unless the zombies are inside and you really want to prevent them from breaking the window. But really, I don't think there's a point to that. Unless you really want to prevent yourself from jumping out the window, which, you know, for some people, it might be logical. I might be one of those people. But yeah, typically, zombies are, if your downstairs is protected well enough and you maintain your house, there shouldn't be any need to barricade upstairs. Though you also can do it for the looks and the carpentry experience if you really want it. Because it's not a, 100% waste, as I've said, if, like, they get inside for one reason or another. It can also probably buy you a lot of time if they get stuck on it, and it allows you to get away one way or another. Many different variables to how a situation can go, obviously. There's a leather-jacketed lady over there. Why is she doing that? Never seen them do that before. Time is not sped up. Why is she doing that so fast? It's really weird. Is it because she's trying to look around, but the rain is happening, so she doesn't know where to look and it's happening all around her? Okay, our guy's under extremely heavy load. Probably should put some of these in the bag, but... Now, I don't think that there is a difference between building these on the inside or the outside, but logically, depending on, your zombie situation, but these zombies are extremely stupid. You should be building them on the outside because I don't think they know to try and tug on the boards. They only know to push on them. So if they're pushing on them, then the nails would logically be a lot easier to fall out if you're just pushing on the boards in there on the inside. I don't know. I really don't know if... I don't think there is a difference in this game. And you can't barricade a door unless you want to seal it off. If you actually plan on using the door, you cannot barricade it. I could only hold one board in my backpack. Wow, extremely heavy load. Destroys your guy. Now, something interesting about walking around with a heavy load, you know, anything over what you're mainly able to carry comfortably, is that it does, I believe, give you some... What the hell was it trying to drink? Oh, it's trying to drink from the puddle. Okay, interesting. But when you carry more than your guy is comfortably able to, your character will start to gain strength. So as you can see here, throughout my entire time, I've gained a little bit of strength. Just the itty bitty sliver, especially that, you know, I took these strong traits, so it's gonna take even longer to get that final level. But yeah, you don't naturally gain fitness very much, I don't think, if at all. But yeah, you can naturally gain strength, which is kind of cool, especially that you don't have to be killing yourself to do it either. I just took too many freaking boards. Still hurts us, but not as much. God, these planks are gonna take forever to get over there. Would be really nice to have a car right now. Probably should have done the car first, because this is obnoxious. But like I said, this is important. At least we can get our bottom level built here before doing anything else. We really need crates in our house, because we need to store up all the stuff that's on the ground, because it's going to slow down my computer eventually here, and then that'll mess with the recording, and then that's not good for anyone. So, we have one more window to barricade. Didn't even use this plank. Like I said, I didn't. We have one more window to build, and then we have our front door, and then we'll probably go and finish up getting our mechanics going, because obviously we really need it to load up this freaking wood and shit, and it's because it's just being freaking... They're just too damn heavy. Now, there is a crafting option to, I think, bundle up planks, but I don't know what the benefit is. I don't know if it actually like reduces the weight at all, or what the point is. Alright, so now for something like a door, this, you know, we could select, and it's also not under the crafting menu. You have to right click, and then there's a carpentry drop down menu. So we would need to go under the door drop down, and we don't need a door frame, we just need a normal door, which our normal door looks a little shitty, but it's all we can do. So once we level up our... Someone shot a gun. Once we level up our carpentry more, I don't know exactly, I think probably every 2 levels, our door will improve. Or maybe we'll just get a good door at level 6. I don't know. Either way, this is the door we're left with, and we need 4 planks to build it. The guy's already getting tired because of how much heavy lifting he's been having to do. So to prevent that from going down more, or try and prevent it, I don't even know if that's how this works. If being exerted causes your long-term stamina to go down more, I would expect that to be how it would work, but I might be wrong. Okay, now he's tired. Got just about every negative trait in the book. Took a drink, so then that actually upped our weight load a little bit, and he's not under dangerous load anymore, so probably should have done that a while ago now that I think about it. Would have definitely helped save some of my guys' short-term health. There's a helicopter going over. It's not as loud as usual, so at least it probably isn't coming through. Now it's being a little louder. Alright, now our bottom floor is fortified. The only difference is that I need to remove this curtain and put it on the door over here so that no zombies can actually see us when we are in our house down here. Boom. Now we are sealed off from the world inside here. They can still hear us if they hear us banging around in here. So then they'll start banging on shit, but at least there's a lot of durability and it takes a lot of time for them to do it. So I could sit there and go outside through the opposite side of the house and try and take them out a little bit easier, maybe even get a backstab on them. Alright, we need another... God, I really wish I knew which one of these was the crafting material. Where's welding? There it is, metalworking. Whoa. Cut ATA bull bar 3 item. Bull bar with lights. Oh, this is for probably the this is for the car reinforcement stuff. Okay. Well, so this uses... Oh no, this just scraps things down. Okay. Why would you want to craft it into unusable metal? It literally has unusable in the title. What are you supposed to do with it? I guess it might level up your metalworking, but you have to level 2 to do it first place. Okay. Well, right now we can't do a whole lot because our guy is tired, so he's gonna get messed up if we go outside, probably. We're running low on canned food. How's our guy's weight doing? He's still overweight, but that's okay for now. Let's just eat like canned tomato. And this dropped more thirst than the freaking soup does, which I suspected that it would have some thirst, but I don't know why it would be better than soup. Oh, we're still hungry. And right now we actually don't need thirst, so let's not do that again. Canned potato also drops thirst more than the soup. That was some fucking dense soup, let me tell you. Alright, so what do we have to do? Tomorrow we'll probably go out and start working on our mechanics again, which we are halfway done with our level 2, and then we can actually get a vehicle, or at least get started on getting a vehicle. Our electrical is almost done, so we might as well level that up while we have the chance. I don't believe I have a screwdriver on me though. I also don't have any electrical stuff in there besides the components, so that doesn't help me. Let's also strip these zombies down and take their clothes and then throw them outside. Just get them out of the house, because I believe if you spend enough time around zombie corpses, your guy will start to get naturally sick. I don't know if that's actually in the game, but I'm fairly sure. Let's grab corpse and we can, well, we can't throw them out the window anymore because we boarded up our windows. The corpse is upstairs. We could grab corpses upstairs. We could what the hell? This corpse was like perfectly outside of a circle. Or outside, not a circle, but you know, outside of the cell radius or whatever. God. Okay, we have too much freaking clothes in our person right now. We need to drop these. Now, the jeans are also okay. Anything that's denim is decent to also try and get strips for, but the leather is just the best, so I don't really waste my time, especially in the early game, trying to collect jeans and stuff, because there are a lot of jeans and stuff as well. But this, of course, will all come back up when we talk about tailoring. Of course, no expert either, but just tell you what I do know. Now, this guy has this bulletproof vest, but this is one of those unrepairable items, and it's basically destroyed, so there's no point in really grabbing it. We'll grab another double holster just in case, but I don't think there's any reason why we would lose our double holster unless we accidentally, like, manually take it off for one reason or another. Or if we, like, die and we are, you know, we're coming back in the same world looking for, like, our XP journal. But I would have to really mess up to have that situation happen now, since we do have, you know, like 4 more cures, I believe. Which actually, I guess the cures could cause an issue, since they, you know, they cause severe side effects. So I may die in the process of trying to overcome those side effects. So it's not completely out of the cards. But if I do it in a safe place, there shouldn't be any danger anyway. Either way, our guy's getting ridiculously tired, and he's at high exertion. So, what's next? I need to get... Well, first of all, let's prepare for tomorrow, where we need the right tools. Oh, God, this thing is full. Also, yeah, I talked about the possibility of trying to disassemble the car's wheels, take them off, and all the parts in there. Unfortunately, we need a jack to be able to do that, so we can lift up the car and take off the wheel. The lug wrench itself is not enough, and the jack, in my experience, is a fairly rare item. I can go down to the automotive shop and check, but even then, it usually doesn't have it, in my experience. Now, what are we looking for? Screwdriver and the wrench. Now let's put the nails in here for now, and we have 8 nails left over and this thing got full. God damn it. Okay, so we can still read our metalworking book, but I wanted to disassemble the watches and stuff to get that second level in electrical done. Just get it over with. Alright, so I need him to stop dismantling things now because it will just be wasting the supplies to grind the skill. Okay, and this thing's full now. We'll just keep the nails on us for now. There's these leather jackets, but let's just rip those up. Do I have my tailoring? Yeah, I do. Okay. So ripping up clothing gives you the smallest amount of tailoring experience, but you know, it's worth it to read the book so you make the most of gathering the materials and such, and the XP, obviously. Now at some point it would be nice to be able to wash the dirty leather strips, however, we need to be careful because we don't want to waste our drinkable water on that, so it probably won't happen until we can build any rain barrels, which that is the main reason why you want to keep picking up picking up garbage bags, because that is one of the key ingredients of building rain barrels. I assume it's because the garbage bag, you know, it's sturdy and it can hold all of the water in there without leaking. That's what I assume is the logic behind it. Another new day. Now, we have our wrench and our screwdriver, so we should be good to go out. I did not drop this double holster. Let's get that done quick. Now, let's top our guy's dump truck up. Oh my god, I opened the soup again, even though it's the worst frickin' thirst healer, apparently. Let's take... I'll drink out of something else. Now we should be able to go back to the cars by the school and dismantle all the stuff there. The church is probably closer, but those are the cars that I've chosen to really like destroy in the pursuit of knowledge. So I forgot to get a back weapon, so I'm gonna have to remember to do that later. Could go back, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue, but who knows with the zombie spawning. Alright, but yeah, as I was saying, those are the cars that I chose to really destroy and be fine with destroying because of the fact that we need to get the knowledge in the first place. Our guy's already getting moderately exerted, but hopefully that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I would like to think there isn't going to be any zombies in the parking lot, but I'm fairly sure that that's not going to be the case, that there probably is going to be zombies there. We got this guy over here. Can hopefully sneak up on him. Don't see why I shouldn't be able to. Oh, except for when he does that, because he's a freaking dumbass motherfucker. Is this freaking Leon Kennedy in his freaking casual booty shorts? Okay, and yeah, there's a small group that's just completely annoying the crap out of me. Being right next to the car. Okay, this lady tripped. And she's regretted her decision ever since. Okay, this guy saw me as well. And he's donezo. And there's one more guy. Is there any other people in the parking lot? Surprisingly not. Now I should be able to start dismantling this further again. So the first things, of course, are the radio, there was the battery, and the lights. Those are all guaranteed successes, even from a 0 level skill point. Now, if possible, I would like to keep everything intact as much as possible for future leveling, because the more parts it has, the more skill points you can get when you really need to start gathering up cars and grind the XP, but your skills are too good to destroy the stuff. And for some reason, this car's seats are easier to install and uninstall, so these are guaranteed successes as well. So let's do these. Let's pin up our XP. Keep an eye on it. We're already 3/4 of the way there, which is nice. How's the muffler doing? We only have a 20% success rate on that. Windshield and rear windshield are already broken. Trunk lid. Got a 50-50 chance. Let's try. I uninstalled it. Can I put it back on? It's always harder it's always easier to take things apart than put them back together. Front left window has a 50-50 chance as well, which then we may be able to take off the door. I don't know what our chances would be of that. Wow, we are messing up that window. Front left window, so we need the front left door, which that only has a 35%, which it has a decent amount of durability, so we can hopefully put it back on, which that actually worked out perfectly. This window, however, is being a little difficult. Now this door is particularly damaged, so hopefully we don't mess this up too badly, which it's looking like we are going to. Oh boy. Okay. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to get it back on before we completely just destroyed the door. Skill's almost maxed, so Getting close, but he's really having difficulty with this window. And we got it, but I need to put this stuff back on. Okay, so now we should be able to hotwire a car. Let me try and verify that. So then when you actually enter a car to access the action menu, you press V, I think by default. This is hotwire. Alright, so we should be able to do that. I don't know if hot wiring actually gives you any experience, but there is a chance of failure like that, which probably does damage to the engine if I were to guess. But, yeah, I'm not sure if it gives us experience. Oh, it does. Just a tiny bit, but it does. So now this car is hot wired, however, it probably doesn't have any fuel. If I were to guess. Oh, it doesn't have a gas tank, so it doesn't have any fuel. Right. Alright, let's pin this up. We need to get the mechanics book, but not too worried about it. My first order of business is to get... I got a sneeze coming. My first order of business is to get that van up and running. And there's also other vans that are, I believe, if I remember correctly, over in the gas station parking lot. It's been a couple days since I played last, so I'm not fully for sure. Either way, we'll stop by, get the book, and then we'll check out our options. I also need that gas tank, or the gas can that we have full now that we can finally actually do it. We can actually use it. Let's do some fast sprinting to level up his sprinting and such. We'll use up more of his energy, but that's okay. Not too concerned about it at the moment. Equip the bag in the secondary. Okay, so mechanics level 2. Favorite that. Drop off our tools that we don't need anymore. The thing is full because of the nails. Then we pick up the gas can that has fuel in it. And then we should also pick up a bar, but I still don't know which one of these is actually useful, if they even actually are. Because I think you can salvage metal pipes, metal bars from when you are dismantling things, but I don't know if they're actually useful for anything, unfortunately. There's a lot more of the advanced stuff that I'm not familiar with because I've never been able to get to the point, and even when I do, I've been playing for so long, so then I've gotten bored with the game at that point, because I've probably been sitting there grinding skills like metalworking, and by metalworking I mean just dismantling things, and then I've also probably been grinding mechanics, which takes forever when you're actually trying to get to the higher levels. It's not very entertaining to grind mechanics. At least not for me. I don't know about you guys, but it is not a particularly fun game mechanic. Now we have this small group, obviously, which we're trying to thin out. There's a guy sitting over there just freaking bobbing his head to... He's jamming out in his own brain over there. Denim shirt that's damaged, not useful to me. Guy's getting tired, unfortunately. Should hopefully have a little bit of time left before it gets problematic, though. Hopefully. Now again, let's try and sneak on these guys. At least get one of them before we have to fight the other. Okay, well, everything has gone to shit. Another small group from somewhere. Not for sure where, but oh well. Really? Oh, she fell right into my frickin' bar. That was a frickin' wrestling move, practically.
Here it comes! Oh my God!
Oh, okay, I see there's a small group over there. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept using the pipe so that we get the weapon experience. That guy needs to sit down, especially that he is drowsy at the moment. Also parched. Remove the broken glass, but looks like the front door was broken down. There's a hinge and a doorknob. We'll take that now that we're you know, valuing that stuff a little more now. Drink from here. Everything's rotten. Yep, no food. Some cans, which, you know what, we'll take them. Even the dog food for now. And we'll take the saucepan even, since that should be done. So now we can mark this place as the food is looted. Wooden mallet, we'll take that as well. And we didn't sit down. The whole point of coming in here. We're gonna rest, but that lady saw us, so we're gonna wait till she comes in the building. What? Oh. Okay, she was just sitting in front of the window, didn't even decide to start smacking on it. She's too fucking fine to do that. She's not gonna mess up her frickin' her ball gown fucking gloves with scratching on frickin' on boarded up windows. Who the hell do you think she is? Dip ass motherfucker. Alright, so we got another one of these types of vans right here. 125 storage, that's nice. Let's check out this one. Probably less if I were to guess, because I think these ones are better. It's locked. Is it completely locked? Yes. So we'd have to break a window to get in there. So it's this one, I guess. Let's check out its condition. Engine is not good. Muffler is also not good. So this thing is going to be loud and inefficient. Battery is doing bad. These brakes are doing bad. So that's also not good for a vehicle with this type of mass. Let me go check out that other... Oh, he's getting tired now. I hope there's not too many zombies in the way, but there probably is. Because I think it's probably been at least an in-game week since we went down that road, so who knows how many zombies there could be. And he's already getting moderately exerted again. There's a car back here, a little taxi, but we don't need that. I'm hoping that this other van will have a better... will be in better condition. I don't know if I checked it or not. I just saw that the exterior looked in good condition, but so did that other one. All of its internal components are getting fricked. Now these station wagons usually have a decent storage as well, at least, you know, for what they are. I believe 35, that is not good. But is it because that is the trunk damaged? Trunk is 50%, so it's still probably not great. Also, its engine is also messed up. I mean, this thing's also just got more style. I mean, this is a fucking distillery van, so, you know. The only things that are really getting worn down is the rear left tire and the driver's seat. Was this thing locked? It was open, wasn't it? Yeah, damn, bro. Alright. Now, I believe as you level up your mechanics, you'll have a higher chance to have a successful hot wiring. I think even with a just one more level in mechanics, you'll have a lot higher success chance, because I used to think that it was one level of electrical and 3 levels of mechanics. It's only 2 levels of mechanics to be able to hotwire, but I basically never failed when I had level 3 mechanics. Now, to fuel this up, we have to have this in our inventory, of course, the filled gas can. Then we press V, and we can just click add gasoline, and he'll unpack it and do everything for us. Alright. So now we have the car filled up. Let's stick the gas can in the back. There's 7 things of bourbon because this is a distillery van. Also got duct tape, tarp, wrench, empty bottle. God damn, got some good supplies back here. I don't think things can fall out. I don't think there's any punishment for leaving the doors open, but I'm gonna close them just in case, especially now that I'm aware of it with the animations. So let's try and start this thing up. It started right up. This thing's peppy. It's got some good acceleration. Now you want to take it a little bit slow since you can't really view forward. I really wish that they were I think when you start going really fast, the camera might start to scoot forward, but if there is a way to move the camera forward while driving. Oh, what the fuck is that, dude? Alright, you gotta remember to turn off the car. Oh, I didn't come around this side, that's right. I went through the shortcut. So I actually picked the perfect path to avoid the zombies. However, oh my god, this is not the time for me to deal with this situation. Oh my god, he's just getting more exhausted. We need to get out of here. I'm putting to sneak past these other guys. So we don't want to drive past them because it's very possible that the noise of the car, even with the good condition, will attract them and lead them right to our house, and we just don't want to deal with that right now. We can easily pick up the car, deal with that situation tomorrow, and yeah, we can just deal with all of that later. Okay, let's take care of our guy, make sure he gets all the stuff he needs. We can also take this chance to store this stuff away. Let's eat. We need to eat stuff that gives us thirst, which apparently the fruit doesn't give us thirst for some reason, but, you know, other things do, which is fucking so weird. So let's eat something that gives us some thirst along with it. Try to, at least. Don't remember. Apparently the canned potatoes have a lot of freaking water in it for some reason. Alright, we should be good. Our guy is now excessively exerted while he's ridiculously tired, so we need to just hobble our way upstairs. But that will be the end of this episode. If you found this video entertaining or enjoyable in any way, please leave a like. We're playing Project Zomboid, obviously. If you want to see more of that, please consider subscribing. And we're also playing Scribblenauts Unlimited at the moment. However, I'm having issues with my editing software, so I might need to change that up pretty quick here. Either way, get subscribed to see what comes next. That's all I have to say for now. So I'm gonna say, bye-bye.